It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
So yeah, now we're talking about the Texans coming to New England and falling to the Patriots by double digits. Lou, do you want to do your spiel on that first, and then we can I'll wrap it up.
So as I've been interacting with a lot of Texans fans the last couple days, I think it's important to say that like so many things can be true in a game. Like your quarterback can play horrendously, which I think is true. I think the luck of the draw can also go very poorly, which I also think was true. So obviously going into this game, no Nico Collins, Tank Dell has been out all season. Joe Mixon didn't start this season. So that's three real weapons, and regret it. Can't say I disagree right now.
Remember when we were talking about him getting like 70 million at one point, like after his rookie year? Like there was conversation about that happening. Like,
whew. Yeah. So obviously coming in without weapons, no right tackle, a subpar offensive line that's picked up steam the last few weeks, but showed how mismatched they were on the interior today without Trent Brown. Like when Titus had to kick back out, like I knew that interior offensive line was going to get wrecked, and it did get wrecked. And then I'd also like to say, like, when you actually go back and watch the game, 2 of those 4 interceptions are pretty amazing. So, like, obviously the pick 6 is the one they show, and that is 100% a bad call on CJ's part. Like, take the sack, just do the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't throw ducks like that. Like that's a pick 6 every single time.
I would say the wheel route, right? That wasn't a great throw. It was a great pick for sure.
So yeah, so the one to Christian Kirk up the left side, which is an overthrow by a million miles. Like when you rewatch that, like I think a DB does not catch that ball like 98 out of 100 times. Like
I can agree with that.
Down like centimeters in bounds. Just stuff like that where I'm like, that is not a good play. I still can't believe that was a pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then
it's still a turnover worthy play, but like to actually get the turnover on it, you're like, dude, what? Yeah. Like, come on, man.
The one that hits Xavier Hutchinson in the hands and then goes right into the hands of the DB. That's not CJ's fault. Like, yes, it's a high ball, but it's well inside the range of tall 6'3" receivers. Like that's why you have 6'3" receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Woody Marks has no Texans running back had fumbled at all this year. Woody Marks fumbles in the red zone, right? And that's a turnover.
Great play by a great player.
Right? Christian Gonzalez makes a great play. It was probably one of the worst runs I've seen all year. Like the initial push in the backfield, he stumbles backwards, runs out of a shoe into the arms of a DB while reaching the ball out. Like, okay. The Kayshon Boutte touchdown throw, right? Amazing throw, amazing catch.
Yeah, that was
odds of him catching that. Apparently against Derek Stingley in that exact play, 100 out of 100 because he's done it twice now. But like statistically,
same
like
spot,
very unlikely catch to make, right? That he comes down with that. So it's just like at some point it really did feel like, okay, like it's just not meant to be. And that's not but it's like when the coin flips the wrong way like 9 times in a row, at some point I was just like, okay, this game's not meant to be won by us. The other one, so like Drake Maye fumbles the ball a couple times. One was like right there on their end zone. And there's 3 Texans that hit that ball first, and somehow Will Campbell comes up with it. And I was just like, this is just like the story of today. Like you couldn't get the right bounce, you couldn't get the right thing going, and obviously exacerbated by a horrible performance from Stroud. But I mean, my real takeaway from this as a Texans fan is we will never have a real shot at a Super Bowl if we're not a 1 or 2 seed, which we've never been. But like this team is not built to play in the cold. It has to be through NRG. It has to be at home, like Kansas City, Buffalo, New England, Baltimore. Like every key team that we're going to have to go play on the road in January is not a place I want to be.
Yeah, so it didn't look like they wanted to be here either. At least on offense, them boys on defense showed out. Like for like Yo, Henry Toto, that dude nice. Like, he's way nicer than I thought he was. I think he might be better
and that was like the weakest point of the defense, right? Like what people have been upset with all year, and it just is what it is, you know. Like the defense played fine. They gave up 0 points off of 3 turnovers that weren't returned for touchdowns. That's an almost impossible task. Like, I don't think there's another unit in the game who could have done that. At the end of the day, though, like the offense gets paid, they're going to make plays, right? Booty had a great game. Diggs had the nice touchdown catch. They gave up that early one that was just like a slip.
Douglas.
So that's another one the example of, right? Bullock reaches around and hits the ball, and it just not enough, right? Mm-hmm. And so then it's a touchdown where it's like, okay, but like really.
I don't know why you're sending. I don't know why you're sending all out pressure though on 4th and 1 when you like all season you've been doing just fine with 4. Like I don't know, it's like like you're trying to outsmart yourself at that point, and he ripped it, and like you said, it's just like that's the first of many like bad bounces for y'all. Like,
and I'm not gonna make the story of this about the Texans, right? The Patriots played a really good game. The corners, I knew Gonzo was great. The other dude, Marcus Jones. Not Marcus Jones.
Carlton Davis.
Thank you. Carlton Davis had a really, really good game. Very sticky.
You gotta take the good with the bad, you know?
Yeah, like obviously he was getting the DPIs and holding a lot on the deep balls, but man, like we couldn't even get deep because they were rushing so well. All right. The DL played as advertised. And then he had an amazing game. They were trying to pick on him, and they were trying to pick on Carlton Davis all day, and it was not working. So kudos to that defense. Kudos to the Patriots offense, right? Like Drake didn't have a great game, but he made plays that he needed to make. He had 3 touchdowns.
And all 3 of them were like deep drives. They're like not deep drives, but they weren't off short fields generally.
No, they weren't.
Like they didn't score off turnovers. So like,
and they got to figure out a way to hold on to the ball. I can say, right, I came through a game where they fumbled 4 times and we won, and I was like, okay, you got to clean that up, right? Nick Benito's no joke on that edge either. He's going to be on Will Campbell, same matchup, so you got to take care of the ball when you go to Denver. And then Will Campbell, I think there's some concerns here about left tackle of the future for the Patriots. Like, is he more suited to be a guard? Is that arm length conversation coming into play a little bit? I think it's early to make that declaration, but this is 2 games in a row where he's really struggled against. Obviously, I think Will Anderson Jr. is the second best defensive player in the league, maybe the best defensive player in the league right now. I don't think Khalil Mack is anywhere close to that, and he was kind of struggling some against.
I mean, I would put Khalil Mack in the top 10 pass rushers still. Like, I don't think he's still like a top 10 edge player or defensive player, but if you're talking about if you're in a pass rush situation, he's still got it. Like, and then, like you said, Will Anderson's arguably the second best defensive player in football. Like, if you're like, it's kind of like I put it like Matt Light. Like, Matt Light used to be a great tackle until he played like Jason Taylor, and then you're like, all right, well, fuck, that dude's like 6'9" and like 270. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, Will Anderson is kind of like, not size wise, but he's kind of like that in a sense where. What do you want me to do? He had that 1 sack that happened in under a half a second. Drake Maye snapped the ball, and literally that was the strip sack. Like I couldn't blink. He was in the backfield. Like what? What?
And he's now the Texans' leading sack and forced fumble postseason all time.
That's ridiculous.
He's amazing. So I think the story of this game is that the Patriots are a really well coached team. I think speaking frankly, if they want a good chance at a Super Bowl, I like the Rams matchup way, way more than I like the Seahawks matchup for them. So as a Patriots fan, like that's 100% what I would be pulling for is a Rams Sean McVay upset on on this coming weekend.
I feel that. I've been saying this whole time, and I'm going to stick to it. I'd rather play an elite defense than an elite quarterback. Because I think Drake had just proved he can score against elite defenses. Like, he just played the best one in the league, I think. And, like, Matt Stafford, scary. He scares me. He scares me in the Super Bowl.
Darnold has not been playing bad. We'll get into this. No. But, I mean, like,
But
to get
he saw ghosts
beat,
against us. I can make him. I've seen him see ghosts.
sure.
I've seen us make him see ghosts, and we weren't even that good that year. You know, like
Yeah, I'm just
so,
saying,
I
like
don't
the
know.
Sam Darnold we've known is gone and dead, and the Sam
I
Darnold of
agree.
today is pretty sick. And
He rears his head occasionally.
JSN might be the best receiver in football right now.
I agree, but I'll take my matchup. I'll take on.
Yeah, no, I get it, and you have to. I'm just saying, like that
Well,
Seahawks defense is not a joke, and
I'd rather play one.
I'd rather play the Rams.
Yeah. So I would agree with this. Like, just like who's neutralizing Will Anderson and Myles Garrett for a full game, like left tackle wise. Like,
sure, I totally agree. I'm just saying, like that's two really concerning playoff performances in a row, and it's not.
I agree. He's 21 too. So like,
I'm just saying, like there were concerns about his physique, his build coming in, being able to defend really powerful, versatile edge rushers, and I think to date that's looking possibly accurate. I'm not saying you go draft left tackle this year. I'm just saying like there's a chance that Will Campbell's never a top 50% left tackle in this league. Like that is
I see that. I know I see that.
And that's not me saying like I hate the kid or anything like that. I'm just saying that you watch 2 games in a row and you're like, okay, now I got to play Nick Bonito. Maybe I got to play the Seahawks defensive line. Like you got good edge matchups coming up still, and you can't feel great about that with what you've seen.
The only like it comes down to it's like, oh, does a better left tackle fall into our lap, and then we can move him to left guard and Jared Wilson to center, and then there you go. Like, okay, then we're talking. But like, if you're just like wanting to move him inside just to, you know what I mean, just because you're like concerned, I would say wait at least 2 years until he develops a little bit more into a full grown man. And then also see like how he develops, you know what I mean? But obviously, like you said, it's a little too early for that. Bahuki, what are your thoughts on this game?
You guys hit some of the good points, honestly. What a season for the Pats, man. For them to be going into this moment here, like.
I'm already hyperventilating a little bit, guys. I got a chance at the Super Bowl against Jared fucking Stidham. Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, better not fucking blow that one.
Oh, I'd be within my rights to harm something if we did, but
I don't think you're going to. And so Texans have never been to the conference championship game. I learned that stat recently when they were playing. And they're
not like us.
No, but that's 0-7 all time for them in the divisional round. So what's the heat check on D'Amico?
Oh, I think D'Amico's the guy. I mean,
yeah,
I have unwavering faith in his ability to lead this locker room and to lead the guys. And I think him coming out of the half and leaving CJ in against popular put in Davis was 100% the right call. Like Davis Mills isn't coming back. Davis Mills isn't winning that game. Davis Mills isn't playing well in those conditions either. And it's like, and I personally also
Haley should get gone.
I respect the decision to punt at the end because it's like, am I really going to make this kid throw another interception right here? Like, that's what it was. Like, it's like, we're not winning this game with 3 minutes left. Like, you can talk about killer instinct or all that crap, but it's really like, am I going to further damage a kid who could be my franchise quarterback? He made the choice to be like, no. He stuck by him in the bus.
That brings me to my next question. What's your heat check on CJ Stroud?
I would not extend CJ this offseason. I think you pick up the 5th-year option if you want to. I think you have to. I think you make him play this year. I think you bring in competition at camp. Personally, I think his quarterback coach has to get launched into the sun. I don't know who that dude is. Gerard Johnson.
Terrible. Absolutely fucking awful.
Right? Bring in, and then
he's not coaching him.
The room needs a vet, right? I said that going into the year. We lost Case Keenum last year. Like, there's nobody on the sideline who can just be like, has no stake in it and just be like, hey, man, I've been in the league for a long time. Like, I want Joe Flacco in that locker room tomorrow.
Get Phillip Rivers in there, dude.
Yeah,
Philly
something
Rivers
like
in
that,
there.
man. Like bring Case Keenum back as the quarterback coach if he wants to retire. I don't care. Bring Philip Rivers in as the quarterback coach. I don't care. He just needs a vet who can help him. But you can't extend him. You can't extend a dude who just gave up 7 turnovers in the playoffs. He probably doesn't want the money he would get from that extension. So I think you back up the Brinks truck for Will Anderson, and
He
then
deserves
you figure out because like next year's cap space is really good. So I think you just kind of wait and extend him, and maybe it gets more expensive. And I think if it does, then Texans fans should be happy that we had a year where we're willing to pay him the amount that he would demand after a good year.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like going into the draft right now, and like there's nobody in the next 2-3 drafts I see that you're like, oh, I need to replace CJ Stroud with. Like, there's nobody coming on the market. It's like who are you replacing him with? Really, realistically, and he's gotten you to the divisional round 3 straight years in a row, which is like not nothing. Like,
and it's people saying like, well, 31 other quarterbacks win that game. I completely disagree. They were playing incredibly. The Patriots defense was playing incredible.
That's
in
classic Patriots hate. Classic Patriots.
Yeah.
Hate.
And when I tell you, like, he made a couple throws that I was sitting there and I was like, that is a crazy thing. Like, he threw this nice back right fade to Kirk for the first touchdown. And I was like, that's a good throw. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he.
Yeah, it was. It was against all out, but it was against the cover 0 too. Like he read it. He threw. It was a great ball. It was probably his best pass of the game.
Yeah, so it's like there's stuff there. I don't think there's really another option on the market that you're going to bring in and be like, I feel really good about this. I don't think Aaron Rodgers wins that game, transparently.
Oh, I think Aaron Rodgers gets speared in the first half and decides to go home. Like that shit is.
There's so much. I don't want to spend the whole show talking about this. We've already spent too much time talking about it. But
no,
like,
I agree.
It's not all on him.
So. No, I agree. That's kind of what I wanted to bring up. I was looking through our show sheets previously, and this is from September 23rd. I believe it's week 3 overreactions. This is mine. The CJ Stroud regression. It's really not this kid's fault. Internal clock has sped up. Bad scheme. No ground game. Minimal options outside Nico Collins are all factors. Stroud's an above-average starter in this league with a terrible supporting cast. Like, that's week 3. And, like, that's when you guys were at probably your worst part of the season. A lot of those issues reared their head again after you rattled off 10 wins. So it's like, that all kind of transpired in the same thing, and you guys didn't get the bounces.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And the Patriots the best team in the fucking league. So
in our off-season previews, but it really has to be like bring in Breece Hall, bring in, if Tyler Linderbaum doesn't re-sign with the Ravens, like bring in a really good center, and then take another stab at drafting a great left guard or a great right tackle, wherever you want Titus to play, and then bring Tank Dell back. Like, I saw a comment about Wan'Dale Robinson, like if that's the Kirk replacement, awesome. Like, and then say like, okay, I've given, right? You got tight end depth now, all these things. You have a good cast. Now go show me you could be a franchise quarterback.
Yeah. This is your shut up or put up. I did want to say, like, I got another stat here for you. And a quick image to show you that I found online that I thought that was particularly funny. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I uploaded it. No? Okay. Give me 1 minute. So I'll tell you the stat first. So Derek Stingley, when facing targets of 20 plus air yards since the start of 2024, versus all other wide receivers not named Kayshon Boutte, he has 34 targets, right? 2 receptions allowed, 86 yards and a touchdown of 20 plus air yards. Against Kayshon Boutte, 2 targets, 2 catches, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I just wanted to ask you how you felt about this graphic here. And share that with you. I'm glad it's in the middle here covering your face for a moment. That's rather fitting.
He backed it up, so he can say whatever he wants. He's done it twice. I don't think that's a fluke. I think
He said they like to be physical. He's like, shit, I like to be physical.
You know what? You can talk if you're going to back it up. He backed it up.
For
I'm
sure.
fine with it. You know what I mean? Like, no. I don't think everybody that's hating on Derek Stingley, I think is pretty
Oh, you
crazy.
can't do
He had a
that. You can't do
fantastic
that.
year. And that's back-to-back All Pro.
I'm just poking fun at the guy.
But,
Like he's
but I mean, like
nasty,
really,
though.
like the coverage on the deep ball wasn't even bad. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it was excellent. Like I was arguing with my uncle earlier about the ball. Like, what do you think? Like that ball was thrown the only place he could catch it. If he tries to back shoulder that, like,
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it was a great throw. It was a perfect throw. It was a immaculate reception. So yeah, it's on a big game, so we're gonna talk about it like that. But like, it was you can't defend the perfect throw, and it was the perfect throw. So,
and I would like to say I did call that was going to happen on our show last week. So, and then lastly, my stud of the game was Kavion Chason. I thought that, I mean, former first round pick, he was just, you got to have that pressure to force that pick six, and he was just all over the place. He was making Ariante Araceli just like sad that he was on the field. So I like that because Harold Landry hasn't done shit in the last couple of weeks, and we need somebody to be screaming off the edge to kind of pick up the trash that Milton and Christian create, who also are creating apps like Milton Williams. Like I will continue to say, you actually said it in our free agent edition that he was the biggest signing of the offseason, Milton Williams. And
I still believe that he's played it tremendously.
If he actually was signed by the Panthers, they might be in the championship game right now because he's that good. He would have made a difference in that Rams game. He would, like a 3-point game. He would have made a difference in that game. And then you're telling me he doesn't make a difference against Caleb Williams? I don't know. He really is that guy. Like you could see it. But cool. I think we've gone over this game enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
so let's move into
talk about
belting of Niners and Seahawks because we're definitely running behind, and I'm starting to feel this a little.